Rise for support court with Judge Vanderby. Judge, this is case number JVB 1069, Franklin case.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You all may be seated. Okay, Ms. Franklin, you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Judge Vandam. My son was killed 3 months ago. I have a granddaughter that's 9 years old. I've had custody of her since she was a baby. After his death and funeral, Kim decides she wants to come to my house and remove her. Brought the police to my house.
After the funeral?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor. She did. She did that. As traumatic as it was for me and my family, she decided to remove Rakisha with the police, caused a scene, which she's done in the past. I'm here today for grandparents' rights. I've had my granddaughter since she was a baby. She doesn't even know who this lady is. She knows that she's her mother, but as far as knowing who she is, and with her lengthy past, when I say
When
lengthy,
you say lengthy past, what do you mean by that?
Drugs, drinking, fighting, beating the system.
Beating the system?
Yes.
How did she do that?
Welfare, food stamps, housing, anything that's not legal, she's done.
But Rakisha, I said her name right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, she lives with you.
Yes, Your Honor.
And prior to your son's death, did your son live with you too, or was Rakisha just living with you?
Only Rakisha, absolutely not. He could not live with me.
Okay, I understand.
But
so how was she getting benefits if
A grieving grandmother, a chaotic mother, and a child caught in the middle. Oh, and did we mention the police showed up after the funeral? Welcome to Support Court with Judge Vanderby, and today's case is one for the books. Case number JVB 1069. The Franklin case. Miss Franklin is a grandmother seeking full custody and child support for her 9-year-old granddaughter, Rakisha. The twist? The child's mother, Kim, hasn't raised her, barely knows her, and showed up with the police right after her ex's funeral, Miss Franklin's dead son. Yeah. Buckle up.
your daughter lived with you?
Because, as I mentioned earlier, both of them love to beat the system, and they used my grandchild against me and my husband just so that they can continue to beat the system. I did put my son on child support.
Okay.
That I absolutely did.
And now you're wanting child support from mom?
I want child support and full custody of my granddaughter.
Okay. Is there anything else you want me to know before I move over to her?
Oh, absolutely, yes. When she brought the police to my house, she told them that I threatened her, and she threatened me. She threatened to kill me. I said, absolutely not, Your Honor. What I told her when she called, I said, you know what? If you come over here, I'm not gonna be in control. Smith and Weston gonna be in control.
Oh, okay. Well, it didn't get that far, did it?
Well, it didn't, because the police drug her from my front yard.
Oh, okay. And I'm sorry for your loss as well.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, is there anything else you need me to know before I move over to her?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. I didn't catch your last name. I just heard your first name is Kim.
That's what I want to say. I'm a fan. It's Kim Bourgeois.
Bourgeois.
Yes.
How do you spell it?
Boudure.
Oh, okay. Is that French?
Yes.
Okay. Well, can I call you Lady B?
Yes.
I
Or
think
you can
I'll
call me
butcher
Kim. You can call
Kim.
me Miss
Okay.
Kim.
I think I'll butcher that last name too much.
Okay.
Okay. So, is all of what she's saying true? You had a history with drugs, drinking. She said you're cheating the system, getting welfare. What it sounds like is that your daughter has been living with her this entire time. So, I mean, is what she's saying true?
the whole thing is, it's the past, you know.
So it is true. The answer is yes.
Some of it is, yeah.
Okay, which part of it is true?
As far as maybe some of the illegal drug activity that her son and I both partake in, you know, some of that is true, but as far as the food stamps and all that, it's not. She's just going by hearsay, by what people are telling her, just using that, you know, in this case. As I stated, as she stated, as far as coming to get my kids, you know, with the police and stuff, that's true.
Okay.
Because I need Rakisha, to come and be with her mom. You know, she's getting older, and so is she, you know. So
that wasn't nice. She's been taking care of your daughter. So what difference would it make if she's getting older?
She has been, again, all of these words are past tense. It's 2022, and it's time for my daughter to come home with me.
But she hasn't lived with you.
She hasn't, because I was working on my career and getting myself together, you know, so I can be the mom that I need to be. And, you know, I've done that. And unfortunately, you know, Ricky passed, you know, rest his soul. And it's time for my daughter to come home with her mother.
Okay.
I'm not the woman that I used to be, Your Honor.
All right. But you are still the woman she doesn't know, your daughter, right?
Well, actually, and she doesn't know that, I've been talking to Rakisha for about 4 or 5 months now.
Talking to her about what?
Talking to her, letting her know, you know, first of all, reaching out, letting her know that it's unfortunate.
Miss Franklin takes the stand first, and she's not holding anything back. She's raised her granddaughter since she was a baby. But right after her son's tragic death, Kim, the absentee mother, pulls up to the house with the police and tries to take the child. Cue chaos. And the worst part, this wasn't the first time Kim caused a scene. Miss Franklin is done. Playing nice. She wants custody locked in and she wants child support. But wait, it gets more intense. Kim accused Miss Franklin of threatening her. Franklin says nope. She just warned Kim that if she came over, Smith & Wesson would be in control. Judge Vonderby raises an eyebrow. Did it get that far? Miss Franklin. Nope. The police dragged her from my front yard. Y'all, this is support court, not law and order. Now it's Kim's turn, and she doesn't deny much. Yeah, she had a past. Drugs, drinking, legal shortcuts.
That our dad passed, and let her know that I want us to get our relationship together. I want to be the nurturing mother that, you know, that she needs.
Okay, so as of right now, you're a stranger, right?
I wouldn't necessarily say strangers.
Well, it's not necessarily what you want to say, it's what the facts say. You're a stranger to this child that you came and attempted to remove from her caretaker. Right?
She's been taking care of her, yes, and I commend her for that. But my daughter needs to be with her mother.
All right, but you do understand that your daughter needs to be in an environment that's stable, where she is familiar with the person that is taking care of her.
Okay, she has to get familiar with her. I am working. I, make good money. I've been paying insurance, so it's not like I've been totally out the picture.
Let's talk about that. How much money do you make?
About $70,000.
$70,000. How much, you say insurance as well?
Yes, I pay $170 a month.
All right. How much of that have you given to grandmother? And it's not a hard question if you've actually done anything. I mean,
well, I can say none then. Let's just, be done with it. None.
So you make all of this money and you haven't given grandmother anything for your daughter?
Well, her dad has been taking care of the child support and everything up until this point.
Right, but what were you doing?
I was paying the insurance.
Okay. So you were paying the insurance.
Yeah.
Your daughter living with someone else.
Well, she the one wanted to raise her.
But ma'am, it is your daughter.
It's my daughter. I paid the insurance. She wanted to raise her. The dad did the child support. We all just did our part.
You obviously came here to waste my time.
Not really. I mean,
it sounds like it. It sounds like you're trying to evade the obligation of paying child support or paying any type of financial support for this child because you want to do what you want to do. Insurance is not sufficient, ma'am. Oh. Grandmother can pay insurance if she needed to,
but she hasn't.
Well, she can't do it without a modification to your court order. That's the reason she's here.
Okay, so can my daughter go home with me?
No. She cannot. She is going to stay and remain with the person who's always taking care of her. You haven't said anything different to support that grandmother has not been doing the job you should have been doing. So what we're going to do is, based on your own testimony, and I believe you told the truth,
I did.
$70,000 a year, and that's giving you credit with the $170 health insurance.
Her defense? That's all in the past. Girl, this is a courtroom, not a confession booth. She admits she hasn't been in her daughter's life because she was working on her career. Really? For 9 years? Kim insists she's reconnected with her daughter recently and wants to be a mom now. It's 2022. Time for my daughter to come home. Judge Vonderby isn't buying it. She doesn't even know you, the judge says. And Kim? She shrugs it off like it's no big deal, but the judge reminds her stability matters more than biology. Then we get to the money talk. Kim's making $70,000 a year, but hasn't given a dime to Grandma, her excuse. I pay the insurance. Insurance? That's it? Cue the judge. You obviously came here to waste my time. Oof, that's the legal version of a knockout. Punch. So Judge Vonderby does the math. 70K's income minus insurance. That's $4,613 net per month.
Gross is $5,663. That brings your net to $4,613. You have one child, correct?
Yes.
Okay. All right, 20% of that brings your monthly child support obligation to $923. And as I stated, you are still to maintain the health insurance.
That's over $1,000.
And no, it's not. It's under $1,000.
So 9 something plus the 170?
No, you got credit. The
Oh, okay,
170
okay,
was
okay,
given
okay.
in your gross. So you got credit for that. $923 a month. It's what's fair. It's what's in the best interest of your daughter. Your daughter is going to remain with her grandmother.
Okay, so, okay.
Anything else? You had a question?
I'm just gonna keep it to myself.
Oh, okay. You might want to do that, especially if it was something inappropriate. All right. Anything further pertaining to this case?
That's it, Your Honor.
Okay. Anything further, Miss Franklin?
Yes, Your Honor. This lady just sit here and perjured the court. She has 3 other children that lives with 3 other different daddies.
Oh, wow.
And you know, she had more miles on her than Route 1604.
Okay. Well, Miss Franklin, hold on one second. Do you have other children?
Yes.
So why didn't you say that?
Because, you know, unfortunately, like Rakisha, they live with their dads and their other parent, you know, other side of the family too.
Are you paying child support for them as well?
No.
No. Oh, okay. So you're just not doing anything.
I'm paying insurance for them too.
Oh, right. So beyond insurance, you haven't done anything for them. Is that what I'm hearing? How many other children do you have?
3.
So you have 3 other children. We have to manipulate your child support amount. So
So it should be lower.
let's see. Let's see how much lower it'll be. All right. Your child support is lower. It went to $680.
Oh, should have kept your mouth shut.
No, you know, first of all, that was rude. Secondly, she's being honest. You are not being honest. But that's okay. You don't have to be honest with me because you know what? One day you're going to have to answer to each of your children. And that is going to be your battle to fight with them.
Well, at least they'll know I took care of them by paying their insurance.
Oh, okay. And they'll also know you're a stranger. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you, Your Honor.
20% for child support, $923 per month. Boom. But just when we think it's over, plot twist. Miss Franklin drops this bomb. She has 3 other kids with 3 other men. Judge Vonderby's like, wait, what? Kim admits it. And no, she's not paying child support for any of them either. Just insurance. Again, Mom, are you the fairy godmother of Blue Cross Blue Shield? So the judge reruns the numbers, factoring in the other kids. New total? $680 per month. Judge side-eyes Kim. Should have kept your mouth shut. Legendary moment. Kim's entire defense was basically, I'm new and improved, but your child doesn't know you. You're dodging child support and you've got a full team of kids being raised by other people. This isn't a glow-up, it's a ghost-up. Judge Vonderby rules. Custody stays with grandma. Kim pays $680 a month in child support. And yes, she still has to keep paying that insurance. Justice served, but with a side of sass. What do you think? Should Kim get another shot at custody? Or did the judge get it right keeping the child with grandma? If you love real court drama with no filter, don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments. More jaw-dropping cases coming soon. Stay tuned.